Welcome to NOCN. This is the second video in a range of videos designed to support the development and understanding of external quality assurance. This session is about Ofqual, and further information about Ofqual can be found here. As an awarding organisation, NOCN is subject to government regulation, and the regulators who are involved in overseeing what we do are those listed on this slide. For the purposes of this video, I am going to concentrate on the regulator who has the most impact on our organisation, Ofqual. Ofqual is involved in regulating and reviewing of the work of all AOs in England. The largest AOs have an Ofqual regulator stationed on site and are regulators visiting their premises on an almost weekly basis. The role that Ofqual plays is very important, and as an organisation we want to be able to show Ofqual that we are sincere in our intention to meet the regulations. Accurate and timely reporting and attention to detail in the development of our reports is one of the ways that we can do this. This Act sets out the requirements for all those who operate in the sector, and although I wouldn't advise wading through it, this particular document, you do need to make sure that you follow the rules and processes we give you, as they have been and will continue to be developed to meet these standards. And they are subject to Ofqual review and assessment. NOCN must be able to show that you, as our representative, follow the processes that we have established. Ofqual's objectives tell us what they believe to be the key focus of their role. They want to ensure that standards are high and that the reputation of the qualifications they are responsible for are not damaged because of sloppy administration and management within an AO or their centres. Both NOCN and the regulator want to ensure that the learners are at the heart of all that we do, and to this end we have a duty to ensure the learners' safety and to ensure that they are treated fairly. As EVs, we are the people within NOCN that are likely to have the most contact with the learners, and we must ensure that their qualifications are delivered appropriately. The regulator is also keen to promote efficiency and value for money. For example, preventing the duplication of qualifications and reducing the number of qualifications available by removing qualifications from the QCF that have a low take-up. They also step in to put right anything that they believe is preventing the appropriate delivery of qualifications, for example overcharging or inflated pricing, and they may in the future determine what the AOs charge for qualifications. When a qualification is developed, it has to be sent to Ofqual for approval, and the to-in and fro-in between the AO and Ofqual can take some time before the final agreement about the title and content of a qualification is reached. Ofqual also monitor the delivery and award of qualifications, and in the largest AOs, Ofqual have a permanent desk and/or they visit the AO on an almost daily or weekly basis. Although we are one of the larger AOs, we are not yet large enough to warrant that level of attention. Nevertheless, Ofqual staff are in regular contact with our MD, Graham Hastings-Evans, and our Director of Compliance, David Hutchinson. They ask for information to be sent to them, and they visit headquarters in Sheffield, On some occasions they also accompany NOCN employees, for example to malpractice investigations. Ensuring that you carry out your quality assurance responsibilities diligently is extremely important, and failing to do so can have far-reaching implications for NOCN. For example, if poor practice, irregularities or malpractice are not identified by us at centre visits or through centre reporting processes, but are notified to Ofqual by an individual or a whistleblower in a centre, our level of risk is increased. Ofqual's level of monitoring would increase, and they could potentially issue a hefty fine. In May 2011, Ofqual issued the General Conditions of Recognition, often referred to as the GC of R. The GC of R were updated in November 2012. Please make sure that you have them and review them so that you understand what we as an AO are required to do. All AOs, their employees and centres must abide by these conditions, and every year the AOs have to declare that they are meeting them or submit a report to Ofqual as to what they are not meeting, why and what they are doing about it. This is not something to be taken lightly and can have serious consequences for the AO. All our processes and procedures have been developed to ensure that we can meet these conditions, and this is why they must be followed. Failing to meet the conditions can be costly. Please ensure that you follow all our processes as required, and if you have any concerns or questions, contact the compliance team immediately. When you download the GC of R, these are the sections that are of most relevance to you in your job role as an external verifier. Please take a look at each of these in detail. So, just to reiterate, make sure you take a look at the Ofqual site and follow the second link to go directly to the GC of R. Thank you.